Hey everyone! Okay, so we're on my deck today, and I'm going to answer some questions. It started off with Elycia from LoveElycia and Kim. Also, they did questions back and forth. There is a bee. This is the problem with doing things outside, is that there's wildlife. And then Rachel from the Nearsighted Owl, who I adore, picked up and did some questions. Each person answered 2 questions and then asked 2 questions. So I'm going to answer some of the questions that have already been asked, and then I will ask a few myself. Okay, so the first question was, what's your favorite type of book? And almost everyone said like a dystopian, like fantasy book, and I don't know, I'm kind of on the other spectrum. I usually like crime books, and not like Murder, She Wrote or things like that, like more like almost like film noir styled books is what I like, that read kind of quickly paced but kind of thrilling and like sleuthy. I know this is gonna sound really bad, but I also really like reading books about drug addicts. I know that sounds really bad, but because I have never been a drug addict, nor I can't understand why anyone would end up that way. This is sounding bad. Because it's so far off from what I know, I like reading about their, like, the mindset and what goes through their brain and all of the crazy stuff, like Train Spotting and things like that, that are kind of about like the drug lifestyle and the crazy antics and what happens and stuff is really interesting to me. Another question is, what fictional character would you be and why? And like Rachel, I had a hard time picking someone from a book. I find it easier to relate to people characters in movies and stuff like that. And I would say I am a big fan of the movie 500 Days of Summer. So I think the character Summer, it's played by Zooey Deschanel, and she's kind of a free spirit that has a hard time like settling down and choosing the right path for herself, and I feel like that's something that I kind of understand and can relate to, so I think that would be my answer. Elycia asked, do you prefer vlogging or blogging? And I would say I prefer both. I don't know if you can prefer both, but I would say that there's aspects of both that I really like. I like vlogging because I feel like you get to see me more, like my personality and my mannerisms, which hopefully translate into being able to understand me a little bit better. And I have horrible spelling and grammar, so if you ever read my blog and you're like, this girl is a retard, you can see me in a vlog and be like, okay, she's not a retard, she just doesn't spell check. Which is what happens, and I feel real bad about it. But I like to think that I'm getting a little bit better. I'm really trying in my blog right now to write about things that are happening in my life as they happen, as opposed to just, you know, what I'm baking in the kitchen or what outfit I'm going to wear. Which, by the way, I feel like all you guys see me in is this like peach sweater, and I do wear more than this peach sweater. It's just super comfy and it goes with a lot of stuff, so it's what I'm wearing today, and I think it's what I wore in like the last 3 vlogs. Okay, what color would you be and why? And I found this question kind of funny because it's like one of those like hippie questions, like, what color would your aura be? But I'm a crazy hippie, so I think that's why I liked it so much. I would say probably yellow, because 90% of the time I'm in a crazy positive mood, and I think that, like, yellow's kind of one of those colors that either people love or hate, and that's how most people feel about me usually. Also, it's attention grabbing, and I feel like you can't, if you wear yellow, you can't be in a bad mood. Like, you're, like, brown, maybe you'd be in a bad mood, but, like, yellow, you're definitely happy. No one wears yellow when they're having a bad day. Okay. Rachel asked, do you prefer to shop at shopping malls or thrift stores? And my answer to this question is it depends on what city I'm in. The town I live in, first of all, there's no mall. When I lived in the city, and when I have access to more stores than Walmart or Kohl's, I would say that I would prefer thrift stores or smaller base stores. If you've read my blog, you probably know that my favorite store of all time is Target. So, not much better than Walmart, but I really enjoy their clothes. I feel like they have a fresh perspective on clothing for that in-between age, because honestly, like, shopping in the junior section doesn't always work because I don't want to look like I'm 15, but at the same time, like, I don't want to wear a sweater set all the time. Besides that, I like to mix and match. Like, I like to wear vintage with newer stuff, and I like to wear stuff that I find at the thrift store with stuff that I've gotten other places. So I like a little bit of both, but I would say that if I could shop locally or shop from a smaller business brand, I would prefer to do that as opposed to shopping at Target or a mall. But also, sometimes price kind of overweighs what's going on. Oh, you can see Franklin in the background there. Mr. Frank! He's been making this crazy noise, like Jim says he sounds like a dinosaur. I think maybe he has, like, doggy asthma, and he might have a little doggy sleep apnea. I'm not sure. Okay, sorry. Off topic. Rachel also asked, what's my favorite meal? And if anyone who knows me would be able to answer that my favorite meal is chicken tacos. Jim, at this point, hates chicken tacos because every time he's like, what do you want for dinner? And I'm like, chicken tacos. And because I make dinner every night, I get to choose what food we're eating. So, chicken tacos. And whenever we go out to eat, and he's like, what do you want to eat? And I'm like, we should go to Mexican so I can get chicken tacos. I love chicken tacos. It's just my favorite thing in the entire world. Now, my two questions I didn't really think about offhand too much. So, I'm just gonna make them right now. So, question number 1 from me is, what is your favorite tattoo? And if you don't have any tattoos, do you have any planned or would you like to get one? And question number 2 is, if you had all the money in the world and you could go wherever you want, where would your vacation spot be? I think that's a better question, because if I went on vacation right now, I'd probably go to Sacramento because that's about all I could afford. But if I had $1 million, I think that I would take a road trip and we would go up the California coast and stop in Portland because that's where my best friend Cora lives, and that's where the awesome Rachel lives, and we could totally, like, hang out and barbecue. And then we'd go to Seattle and then Vancouver and go up to Canada. I don't know why, but I really want to go to Canada, and I think that I could totally fit in, and I know what Canada's about. I know it all. Okay, that was pretty cheesy. Okay, well, that's all for today. Anyone is welcome to go ahead and answer these questions and then make up your 2. And once Rachel asks some more and follows back with me, then we'll keep this going. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. If you make a response video, please leave me a link down below in the comments. Everyone have a great day. It's awesome outside. And have a good Sunday. Bye!